Hey guys, just came back from NA again, and I just want to talk to you a bit about romantic relationships and how my addictions affected that. And if any of you can relate, sort of just want to let you know about the realizations I've come to through going and getting treatment and self-reflecting a lot on where things went wrong and what whys and hows and stuff like that. So all my relationships, everyone always used to say that I had commitment issues, and I honestly thought I did. And so what it was, all my relationships sort of only ever lasted, say, a year, maybe two max. And so and when they used to end, it was because I thought me chicks were trying to change me as a person. They're always nagging, and I'm like, fuck, they're just trying to change me. And I wasn't copping it at the time. And but now I'm sober and I've gained the clarity, and I look back on things and self-reflect on stuff like that. I look back on it now and think, fucking, like, pretty sure it was just me, because I could never stay sober. Like, I'd go on little stints, I'd do 3 months sober and I'd be good, and then I'd always end up back on it, and sometimes it'd get worse. And so when looking back on it, what's sort of what I've come to the realization is they were nagging and they were trying to change me. It's because when they met me, I was probably good and I was probably behaving and trying to impress them and sort of trying to behave and be a good guy. And the comfier I got with them, the more my addiction come into play. Like, the more I let them see it, and then when you're really comfy, I was just like, fuck it, and just hit. That's parts of the years that it would get bad. And that's when, now I look back on it, that's when the nagging sort of started. And I couldn't see past my addiction. So I was looking back on it now, it's like, fuck, I sort of pushed away all these people because of drugs and alcohol, and I seen it, like the story I was telling myself, I seen it so differently. I seen it as all chicks are the same, they all nag, they all want to change you. So just looking back on that, it sort of made me think and just go, fuck, maybe I did, wreck some good relationships because of through drugs and alcohol. But before I actually went to rehab, I was in a really bad relationship and hit the drugs harder than I ever had. And the chick I was with, she was letting it happen. And so the ones prior, I used to push them away, and I felt like it was their fault. Like, I thought they were helping me push them away, but it was the drugs, because they cared about me. They only wanted to, they probably couldn't handle seeing me like that. And they were trying to change me for the better, because they actually did care. But the one, it was funny, because the last one I was in, I was never dependent on anyone. And I was always good with my own company. And my last chick, it was so funny. Like, my realisation, she just didn't give a fuck. So she never told me what to do, and didn't really care about me getting on it. And I became dependent on her. It was so weird. Like, it's probably reverse psychology. I don't know. There's some sort of psychology to it, but so from what I've learnt through it all, is the ones that are nagging, even your family members and even your friends and friends and family, if they're nagging, it's not because it's not because they're nagging, it's not because they want to change it, it's because, well, this is what I think anyway, I don't know if you're the same, but it's because they care about you, and the ones that care about you can't handle sort of seeing you like that. And at the time when you're on the drugs, and it's a selfish thing, addiction, and you're only caring about yourself, and all you can see other people for is whinging and nagging, and you're pushing away the ones that really do love you and care about you. And yeah, it's so funny how it works in reverse to the ones that don't care. Yeah, it's crazy. But so lesson learnt from that, it's I'm not going to waste my time anymore in relationships and not get into things, because until I'm in a good place mentally and have got past some of these insecurities that I've been holding, from a young age and haven't really worked on. So I don't want to go through any of that now. And having that on my side with the like the realization of the ones that nag actually do care, and actually not having drugs and alcohol in my life anymore, it's going to be like, I'm sort of excited to see what the next relationship's like, because I haven't got that part where they haven't got a reason to nag. And if they did nag, I can look at it in a different way now. Like, I can look at it as in, maybe I'm on the wrong path, or maybe maybe I am maybe I'll do something needs to change on my behalf. Like, it's a massive thing that I can look at it different now. So, but yeah, that being said, I'm not going to get into a relationship or anything till I've gone past all these little things, because at the end of the day, it's a waste of time for both of you. I've probably hurt some chicks because of my addiction and pushed them away when they were actually really in love. And so I look back on it now, and so I actually feel bad about it. But yeah, so just moving forward with it, I'm just bettering myself. And so yeah, just if any of you can relate, that's it's a good one to have a look at if you're in any similar situation or anything like that. That's all I got.